Mateo, welcome to the club. How does it feel to become a Manchester City player?
Thank you very much for the welcome. It feels amazing. All the people around here welcomed me very nice, so I feel already part of it, and very nice to be at such a big club, a club that has won a lot in the recent years, and can't wait to get started.
What are your initial thoughts on the club itself and the squad you'll be joining?
Amazing. I'm joining the current Champions League winners, Premier League winners, so it's an amazing team with amazing players, a great coach, and you can see from the first impressions when I came here that it's a big club, and it's really a pleasure to be part of it.
Is there anyone in the current squad that you know well, and did you speak to anyone before making the switch to the club?
Not really. I'm completely new, so I always know them all from playing against them, but it will be a pleasure to meet them, and really very excited to play with such big players and players that have won a lot during their career, so a huge excitement for me.
How big of an influence was playing under Pep Guardiola to you for making this move?
One of the biggest things. I came here to this great club with an amazing manager to learn and to improve my understanding of football and to try to be the best version of myself. So it was a huge part, of course, and like I said before as well, it's a huge pleasure to be here and to try to improve and learn.
You touched on it there on wanting to improve, but is there similarities between the way you like to play your football and the way City play football currently?
I think so. Always when I watch City, it's a pleasure to watch them how they play, and it's so tough to play against them. It's probably the worst opponent to play against because amazing skills on the balls and on the ball and how they play. It's just beautiful to watch, and I'm now a part of it, and I can't wait to like I said, to learn, improve, and give my best to play under their style.
Control and possession are key attributes of Pep's sides, and that's a quality you've been praised for in the past. Is that something you tend to enjoy about your game?
Yes, of course, to enjoy and to improve it even more. I think there is always room for improvement, and when you are in such an amazing squad that tends to have the ball a lot and to play and to keep the ball all the time, you can improve a lot. So that's my aim, to improve, to learn, and win obviously trophies with City.
You touched on it a little bit earlier that you faced City on occasion in your career. Can you tell us what it's like facing this team and why you think it's been so successful over the past few years?
It's difficult to explain, but just the composure on the ball and the willingness to try to push all the time is just incredible. And the way they put the standards, it's so high, and to do it consistent. I think it's not just that they play this style 2-3 games, it's throughout the whole season, which is for me the most impressive thing, the consistency of this team, and it's quite incredible.
How are you viewing the friendly battle for places in terms of the competition in the squad? I
think it's normal. So it will be a huge pleasure to play with these midfielders, one of the best in the world. I played against Rodri now, amazing player, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva. It's really, when you watch the names, it's a pleasure to be here and to play with them. So I can't wait to try to do my best with them on the pitch.
You can play in a variety of positions in central midfield. Where do you feel the most comfortable, and is it a question of being flexible about how you play or where you play?
Most comfortable I feel on the left side of the midfield, but then in the end it's always the manager who decides where do you play. So I think I'm quite flexible, but for sure he will tell me what he wants from me, and this is what I want to learn and to improve even my skills to be a better player.
In your illustrious career so far, you've played under some great coaches, Roberto Mancini, Zinedine Zidane and Thomas Tuchel, to name a few. What was it like playing under them, and what have you learnt from them to bring your game to City?
Amazing. From each coach I learned a lot, especially from Tuchel at Chelsea. So I learned a lot from him, and I think now came the time where I can learn from the best, and I'm at the right age where I'm I have a family, and I'm now 29 years old, so I think it's the perfect timing to come to such a big club with such an amazing manager.
You touched on there with your family and making this move. Why City? Why this place in England?
I think City is just at that time the best club in Europe, and when I heard that they want me, it's a huge recognition for my game and a huge pleasure that such a big club wants you. And as soon as I heard it, of course, to play under Pep Guardiola and with this great team, there was no doubt for me that if it is possible, I would like to be here.
You first faced City in the 2016 Champions League semi-final. I think it was a 1-0 win for Real Madrid that day. What are your memories from that game?
That it was a tough game, and I remember I came on, I think in the 75th minute, and Aguero had a good chance in the last minute. So at that time as well, City was already a team that you wanted to avoid in the Champions League. So, and from there on, they improved a lot, and I think they deserved the Champions League trophy that they were looking for.
As you touched on there, it's 2016 and up to now. How have you sort of mapped the progression of City from that point? You touched on there, so they're already a great team, but how do they compare now?
But now it's just, like I said before, the mentality and the consistency. I think the most difficult thing in football is the consistency. And if one team has it, it's Manchester City. Every year fighting for all titles until the end. And that's just an incredible start. And now they won also the Champions League. So I think that's even more for a big boost for the confidence of the club. And it's just an amazing thing that I'm now part of it.
You have an incredible collection of winners' medals. We can see it behind you on the graphic. Does that make you feel proud? But I can imagine there's still a hunger for more there.
Always, always. I think in football, what was yesterday, and we need to look at what is today and tomorrow. So I enjoyed nice years at my previous clubs, but now it's time to turn a new page and to win. And I think City is the perfect club where you can win a lot, and I will do my best to try to win every year, because this is the most important thing in football in the end, to collect trophies.
Our success in recent years has meant that you've just missed out on a Premier League title. Is that the trophy that you're craving the most, that you want to win?
Yes. I think it's also the most difficult title, because, like I told before, the consistency. To play 38 games in the Premier League is not easy, and City has done it in the last years in an incredible way. So this is a trophy I would obviously like to win, but for me now it's first to enjoy this great moment with my family, and then be ready for a great pre-season.
We're going for a historic 4 titles in a row. No other team has managed to do that. How difficult is that challenge going to be to do it, and what do you think we need to do to make sure we remain on top next season?
I think they need to teach me what I need to do to win with them. So this team knows how to win. They win a lot in the recent years. So I just want to put myself in there and to have the same mentality to try to improve every day, and in the end to win titles.
It's another example of you playing at the highest level. What have you learned from playing elite football for so many years, do you think?
Yeah, I've played in big clubs in different countries, so it's a huge pleasure to be at such big clubs, and I've just learned that day-to-day training is the most important, to be ready for each training 100%, and this is what I want to be here as well, to be the best version of myself. But I think, like I said before, I have a lot of room for improvement and to learn. So this is also a big thing that I'm here.
And finally, you've got a bit of a break now for the summer.